so something that's very common here that actually gave me a lot of trouble in the beginning. Not to say it doesn't still give me trouble, but at least found a small answer for it, is when this guy's a little wiser just to the fact he doesn't want to pass toward my grip side, right? So if he passes this way, it's very easy. Whoop, there's my loop choke, okay? So guys will start passing the other way. So as he's passing the other way, right, we talked about I want to push that neck, stay with him. Oh, look, he smashed my leg down. He cut his angle well enough, I'm not able to push him back. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, is I go with a high elbow, like I start the loop choke, okay? So I go real high, and I go ahead and go to my knees. Now, I try to keep that leg on the outside of his leg. So it doesn't have to hook it or anything, but I just keep it. So I'm just moving, and now it's hard for him to drive into this, okay? So all I have to do now is cut my angle back, chop his head through, and there we have this same loop choke we just did. If he circles his head through, boom, there's my cross choke, okay? And we'll get into some other loop chokes here in a little bit where we're rolling through, okay? So let's go from here. Got it. I'm keeping my angle, but he cuts that angle. As soon as I feel that, you notice I went to my knees, I pointed my feet away from him, and you can see by the veins in Matt's head, this is starting to choke him already, okay? So I'm gonna loosen up a little bit. I put him out during our last filming session, so. So I'm gonna leave this elbow high, and then when I feel good about it, I pivot, I cut my angle back to the front, and I'm gonna slap his head through. Okay, so there's my loop choke again. Okay, so I'm working here, guys. I'm punching. Oh, but he goes. As soon as he goes, I'm up on my knees. My legs are on the outside. They're pointed away from him. I'm driving that elbow high. So I either cut back, go for my loop choke, or if as I start to do this, he just kind of postures straight up. Okay, yeah, like, oh, I didn't get it. Right there with that posture, we just collar drag. So all I'm gonna do is I just slide through and I drag, boom, that way, okay? Now I have the option of working a back take, or I go to collar drag, boom, and he pops back in, boom. There's my loop choke again, okay? So I'm always looking for that loop choke from that grip. So I can high elbow to loop choke. I can collar drag to loop choke. I can high elbow to collar drag to loop choke to collar drag, okay? And then we can throw that cross choke variation in there as well, all right? So the whole time, I'm just kind of watching where he's going. I'm controlling him, so we start off with the punch control, all right? I punch. If he's able to cut the angle, I high elbow, and from either one of those, I'm either, boom, right to the loop, boom, right to the collar drag to the loop, and then I've always got my cross choke right in there as he starts defending.